Hi everyone and welcome. I've recently had another look at AliExpress to see what's available in their low-cost multiband radios, and I've come across this. This is the Kchibo KK-9803 10-band world receiver, aimed very much at the budget end of the market, and the time recording this costs around about £6.25 or around about $8 plus shipping. Although it's a very low cost receiver, as we will see, they've tried to make an effort in a number of places. And the first area is in fact with the packaging. So rather than just having a standard rectangular box, what they've done, they've stopped the lid short. So when you open it up, it just outlines the radio. I just thought that was a neat touch. So anyway, let's take it out. Let's see what we've got to play with. So initial impressions are it's a very compact radio. We're looking at a receiver that's 115mm wide, 70mm high, 27mm deep. Overall quality isn't bad, the controls don't feel like they're going to break anytime soon, and the surface finish of the paintwork, that's equally acceptable as well. In terms of features, I say it's a 10-band radar, so we've got an shortwave bands, we've got 1 to 8 there, and they range from 5.7 all the way up to 22.5 megahertz. The clarity of the print in there is actually pretty decent, and then they give you an FM and medium wave on a separate scale just to make it a little easier to find your particular sort of station. Moving down, we've got a band selector switch, and I'm not sure you can see, but what they've got is when you move that switch, there's a little mechanical red indicator there, just indicating the particular band that you've selected, so that's a nice little touch. And on the right hand side, what we've got, rather than a normal selector switch for your AM and FM, what we've actually got is 2 push buttons, just making this just that little bit different. And then what enhances it even more is that you've got some indicators. You've got an FM indicator, AM indicator, and you've actually got a tuning indicator. Very unusual at a radio at this price point. Moving on to the side, we've got the tuning wheel there, and then we've got a separate on-off button just as power. Normally that's integrated into the volume control, so again a little bit different. And on the opposite side, we've got the volume control, we've got a facility for there for your earphones, and we've also got a DC 3-volt input if you so wished. On the rear, we've got a little stand there just to make it easier just to prop your radio up. They also give you a little caution notice here, and this says don't mix new batteries with old batteries. This takes 2 AA batteries, so it's a nominal 3 volts, so that would indicate this is quite voltage sensitive. If that's the case, and if you're considering utilising rechargeable batteries, that may not necessarily work with this particular receiver. Simple reason is obviously they work on a lower voltage, so 2 together you're looking at a nominal 2.4 volts. So anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to test this on the FM band first, and then we'll look at the medium wave and the long wave afterwards. So I'm going to pop the aerial up. So 400mm long aerial, so it's a decent size. Normally you get something like about 300mm. I'm going to pop it on and see what we've got.
You know, it was 1991.
Called Danny DeVito. I was like, oh right. Oh yeah, I remember.
That's actually not bad. It's only got a small speaker, it's 57mm, so it can be a very top end, but the clarity of sound overall is pretty decent. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to have a look at the medium wave bands, and then we're going to have a look at the short wave bands as well and see how she performs on that. So let's take it from there. Okay, so what I've done, I've actually switched off all the LED lighting simply because they can generate an awful lot of electrical noise that can get picked up on the shortwave. So what I've done is simply substituted that for an incandescent bulb. It's a little bit dim, but hopefully you can still see things clearly. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to try the medium wave or AM bands, and then we'll work our way through the shortwave bands. So to select medium wave, simply move the slide all the way over to the left hand side, put the power button on, select AM, and let's have a look what we've got.
इंतजार कीजिए मिली का जो सनी गिल के strapping for points. You know, just
Okay, that's pretty lively. What I'm going to do now is try the shortwave. So I'm going to pop the aerial up. Obviously it depends upon what time and where in the world you are as to what you like to sort of pick up on different sort of frequencies and different bands. So I'm just going to try our luck. So I'm going to try the 9.1 to 10.2 megahertz range. I'm going to pop it on, select AM and see what we've got. Try another band. Actually, that's not too bad at all. Considering the price point of this radio, it's actually pulling in our stations pretty well. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pop the lights back on and we can continue from there. Okay, so I've got the lights back up now. Hopefully everything's a little bit clearer for you. Overall, I actually like this, and if you're on a very tight budget, then the features that you get and the overall receiver performance makes this a radio that I would actually recommend. It's not perfect by any long way, and it's not meant to be, but for the money I think it offers very good value, and it's a very low cost way of discovering shortwave radio. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, then consider hitting that like button for me. That helps others to find this video as well. As always, appreciate you watching, and I'll catch up with you soon.